What does it take to find love these days? Huh? What's your greatest strengths? How do you love? I'll tell you all the nuances about you, dating, what kind of gifts you want, what kind of marriage you want, what kind of person you want to live with and don't want to live with, and of course how you love, how you lust, what you're drawn after, who chases you, and your greatest lesson, which is often a weakness. Your birthday love and lust report has that answer. We'll reveal your secrets on video at secretsofbirthdays.com. So garden.
Hello and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your soul biographer, here to help you put the parts of the planets into your soul story. And I've got good news. Many have asked. I am now open for personal readings. If you come down right now to soulmart.me and buy a 1-hour reading at my normal rate, which is $116 an hour, I will throw in a free Secrets of Birthdays video. That's right. And right now when you book, you can immediately request a date. So we're trying to upgrade this whole system. Come on down to soulmart.me while supplies of me last. I do kind of book pretty quickly, but I'm excited to get in front of new clients again. And of course, repeat clients can come down as well, always, for the standard rate. Well, we've got a lot going on. The sun's moving into Pisces. We've got Mercury retrograde this week, and we've got a major conjunction with opening our psychic intuition. So without further ado, let's take the Ascension elevator and talk all about you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. While riding the Ascension elevator, objects and mirrors are closer than they appear. In the unlikely event of a water landing, you have a Pisces under your seat. Cabin crew, please prepare for gut check.
And here we are at 33,000 feet for the 7-day move forecast. And this is, of course, for the Capricorns, the Capricorn risings, and what we call the executives on the Lightcast report cards, the executive directors, natural-born executives. And that's what you are, too. Capricorn's all about business, and there is so much business going on. We're wrapping up the sun in Aquarius and shifting into the sun in Pisces this week. As we start off, that means for you, you're focusing on the I think state of awareness. This is starting in the very beginning with simply the thoughts you allow to come in your head. Do you listen? Do you listen to yourself? Do you listen to others? Do you process information? Are you listening to the different parts of your soul? That's basically what the first 10 days is, thinking and information. But then we'll move into comparison, and by the end of this is attitude, the tone we take. And for those of you who are messengers or professional writers or communicators, you'll be polishing your message for this year. But it definitely is an intense transit because we have several planets focused on this state of awareness. Neptune, which is your psychic side, Chiron, your healing, Mars, your aggression, and Mercury, thinking itself. So the capital of thinking in the state of thinking for Capricorns. So obviously it's time to think different. And if that wasn't enough, Mercury will go retrograde through the house of thinking for Capricorn. So you're going to think again about how you think. Think about that. So thinking is where it's at, and we'll get deep on that as we move around the corner here. Another story is I Decide, where your capital planet, Saturn, is focusing its energy, and Capricorns have been making new decisions about where they see or belong in the world, or probably decisions about where you no longer belong in the world. They may also be where you feel like you're no longer wanting to be friends with certain people or not feeling like you belong to a certain group of friends. Officially this week is retrograde and will stay retrograde until July 8th. So the universe has no new information to report. Between now and July 8th, you're going to see the consequences of the decisions you made or did not make when it comes to your place in society, and learn from those consequences. So it's kind of like the tide is going out. You will see what you are left with. And then finally, Pluto is still moving direct in your sign. That's the I protect. And what you are, of course, protecting is the future and the right to change. Okay? What you are not protecting is the past or what you have been. So you want to love and trust your current path when it comes to ego and protection until further notice. So that's the other big, I think, orbit story going on for the goats. So now I've kind of reformatted the horoscopes one more time. I go through the 7 days of the week now in outer space and consolidate all the information, I think, in a simpler format. So let's fly into outer space and take a look at your 7-day forecast. So one thing that's clear up in outer space is we still have our timeline here at the bottom. And we will have the Mr. Happies, and we will start, of course, with Sunday. Oh, I always hit the wrong button at first. Here we go. On Sunday, I think it's sunny and childlike for the goats. The moon is actually wrapping up in Taurus, and although you might be tested on your soul capital or self-esteem, I think goats tend to round up when it comes to their value. So I think you're feeling pretty good on Sunday and won't have any distractions. On Monday, 0 means 0. Pluto rules the day. It's time to say goodbye to the old lesson of soul capital and hello to the new lesson of I think. The moon moves into Gemini, making you, I think, hyper aware. And so you might have some issues with connecting to your body or health issues. And there's a lot of focus, particularly on the moment and on your health. Here's why. The universe has created a temporary yawn on Monday, and the moon will cross over Jupiter at the same time. This is calling for Caps and Cap risings to invest in the moment and expand your emotional awareness in your body. So you're kind of stretching emotion into the moment. And what you're doing is you're tying in these new decisions to step away from a place in society, and you're tying in Pluto, the new ego of the future that you're protecting. So it's like this total unification of yourself focused on the moment. Now, off to the left here, you see this red square. These are fears between you embodying the moment on Monday and your mind. So your mind might be weighing havoc with you, and that's something we're going to work on this week. On Tuesday, the sun comes into full Pisces, and Leo rules the day. So it's a love day, and I love day. The moon is in Gemini, so I think you're feeling rather well. And the moon is trining Venus, and so you're starting to receive from your self-confidence. So this is, I think, a positive day on Tuesday, and you'll be feeling better if you're having health issues the day before. On Wednesday, it's a sunny and sentimental day. The sun conjuncts Neptune, dead conjuncts, and so it's kind of a maybe partly cloudy day. This is the day where spirit basically dead connects to us, and it's in an emotional day, and the moon is in Cancer. And if that's not enough, the universe has given us a temporary soul pyramid. The moon in Cancer will trine over to Saturn retrograde in Scorpio and back over to the sun in Pisces. What this is kind of unifying your emotional awareness. You're going to connect your feelings about your mirage, your connection to yourself, your feelings about where you no longer are in society, and your current thoughts about all of it. And so you'll probably come to some emotional grand conclusions, but prepare to change your mind, because the sun, being 1/3 of this, is going to have Mercury retrograde through the same space. But I think on Wednesday you're feeling good, and it feels like things are moving forward. On Thursday, Jupiter rules the day. It's cloudy and exploring your world. The moon is still in the house of relationships, but it's opposing Pluto. What this means is you're kind of squaring off from your ego, and so it's kind of relationships versus ego and that soul pyramid at the same time. So it's a day really of learning, if you wanted to sum it up simply. Now on Friday, Uranus rules the day, showers chance of anxiety for the Capricorns and the natural-born executives. Uranus will mean a potential breakdown. This might be a communication breakdown or a breakdown in your mind. This could be simply logic gone awry. On top of that, the moon in Cancer trines Mars, so emotions get an amp, and so you might be a relationship that triggers it. Basically, we are here with this party going on in Pisces, and these are all the planets: Neptune, the Sun, Chiron. Mercury is moving backwards, as you can see, and Mars is there too. So at the end of the day, there may be a breakdown that you have as far as your thoughts are concerned, but as the sun heads for that nice big flashy Chiron there, you're going to quickly heal. So no matter what happens, do not sweat, Capricorn. The universe has brought many to help. Now on Saturn Day, Mercury rules the day, and Mercury goes retrograde, so it's cloudy and rather pensive. The moon moves into Leo, and so you become very private as well as pensive, and you're beginning to rethink the way you think, period. As of now, with Mercury retrograde, you don't want to sign any contracts or commit to anything that comes across your desk that is new. But if there's something, since it's like the sales, the house, or something you've been waiting on forever, and you've already read the contract 1,000 times, I always say, an astrologer, no big deal to sign right now. However, at the end of the day, you don't want to do anything backwards anyways. Saturday is about reconsidering the way you look at things, and with the moon in Leo, you'll also be reconsidering perhaps where you draw personal emotional boundaries. On Sunday, things do level out. It's a sunny and content day, or happy day. I think the moon will make you still quite private on Sunday. You're not going to want to go out and hang out with anyone, but Venus is restoring balance in order to your thoughts. If this was a breakdown in the sense of an argument with someone, or a literal fight, or some sort of a weird Twitter fight, I think you will find that peace is restored with nice tweets by Sunday. All right, Cappy, let's fly home. Oof. This week in my toast of gratitude, I'm going to be grateful to me. That's right. That's because the sun is in Pisces, and I want to set an example of self-compassion. Really, you should be grateful for yourself this week. That's the beginning of real spirituality. Before we can tolerate others, we have to tolerate ourselves. And this is the week more than any to honor yourself, honor what you've done, and be compassionate to you. All right. Now, by the way, I have a GA guided hangouts every Monday at 12 noon. If you've purchased a Lightcast report card, come on down. I will tutor you during this hour. I also show up and talk to anyone that shows up. Come on down. I'm always there on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific. And by the way, if you are a part of GA Text right now, I will be sending you those guided hangouts. So from now on, I'm going to be sending out videos that you might have missed. That's all part of being watched over by the Guardian Agency. These are texts I watch every day. If you'd like to start the service for just one penny, email or text or both, come on down to gatext.me. All right, folks, that's all I have for this week. I love you, and I will see you next week. Remember, be grateful to yourself and live, love, be.